Trying to get this camera to stay up while I'm driving is like the most impossible thing. Like, I don't know how people do this. Cricket still works. Okay, if this falls, it's a $500 loss. You get me? So I was watching over that video that I made the other day, right? And it kind of had me thinking that I sound like a freaking idiot. I honestly think that that's what's kind of cool about it. Like, as I was editing it, I kind of realized that I kind of went on like a really long rant. And at certain points, I feel like a lot of the things we're saying were like, they definitely correlated with each other, but I feel like it kind of stopped making sense. I just feel like I was just kind of ranting my thoughts, but that's kind of what this is for, right? I kind of wanted to treat it as like something where I could just talk and rant and sometimes not make sense, and sometimes talk about things that maybe are confusing in my head, you know, and share these thoughts. And I don't know, I don't really know what the goal is, but I just feel like, you know, sharing these type of thoughts is real, right? It's genuine in a sense where I'm not reenacting or rethinking any of these thoughts and trying to re-record it. Like, half of these are one take, 1 or 2 takes. If anything, if I stumble, I'll redo the clip, but I'll usually continue on. And it's a matter of, I just want people to know the exact type of person I am, and I just want people to know my thought process throughout, like, day to day, you know, and I think that that helps a lot with perspective, right? Even though what I was saying the other day didn't really make sense, bear with me. I really think that some of it did make sense, and I think to a lot of people who are confused and maybe in a similar boat as me when it comes to just, you feel like you're not doing enough in your life and you feel like you're just a little behind, and whatever the case may be, right? I feel like everyone goes through stuff like that. It is currently 9:40 in the morning. I woke up so late today. But yeah, I'm on my way to work. And my camera fell. Today's Valentine's Day, so it's kind of weird. I said it so low. Nah, honestly, it's not that weird. It's just a lot of my friends are dating, right? So a lot of my friends have girlfriends. Great people, love them all. It's just a matter of like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, you know? It's not even like necessarily I like feel extra lonely this day. You know what I really think it is? You know, I wanted to talk about this in the last video. I need to get off Instagram, man. Like, Instagram is the worst. Like, as much as I see a bunch of videos that are motivating, it's so toxic. Just the amount of things I see, pictures of girls, in the whole working out industry, just people with taking pictures under the greatest lighting, and it's just unrealistic pictures of you comparing yourself to people that you might not even ever look like, you know? Just not even that, but just the hours and hours of scrolling of useless content that's just getting fed into my brain that is not gonna help me in the future, you know? And it's just, fuck, man. I need to get off Instagram. Maybe not forever, but just for a bit, right? Like, I feel like ultimately the goal is to just like social media detox right now. The short-term goal. I feel like it's good to establish yourself a lot of short-term goals. In terms of short-term goals, I want to definitely quit vaping, quit smoking. Well, maybe not quit smoking, but definitely slow down. I feel like eventually the goal is to kind of stop, but that also depends on my life too, right? I feel like I'm just too much of the overthinker, and I just think that it sounds dumb because I really shouldn't be saying that. Ultimately, I feel like it's really dumb to rely on things like that, because if you put your mind to it and you do all the necessary steps, you don't need weed to go to sleep. And I don't necessarily think that you need weed to fix your anxiety. I don't have anxiety, but I do be getting anxious, like a little bit, and I just overthink a little bit. But I just feel like these things are things that can be solved without weed or drugs or alcohol or cigarettes, or, you know? It just took me a while to kind of realize these things, because I realized that it takes a while to build mental strength, right? It's something I've been working on. That's also a short-term goal of mine. But going back to what I was originally saying, not originally, but going back to what I was saying right before this, I find that it's good to make a lot of short-term goals, because it's a matter of, it's hard to look so far into the future, right? It's so hard to be like, oh, like, you know, 5-10 years down the line, I'm gonna shoot for this, because a lot of things might change, not even within the years, but within the weeks and months that are like ahead of you, right? So I just think it all comes down to you setting a lot of short-term goals for yourself, but a lot as in like couple at a time. I don't mean like absolutely nail yourself with like 59 short-term goals and then get overwhelmed. No, that's not what I'm talking about. And it's not even like I have it figured out. These are stuff that I struggle with. It's not even like I'm talking about this saying, yo, you need to do this. Like, I'm shit. But, you know, these are things that are helping me, you know? So, I just figured I'd rant or share about them because, fuck, you know, why not? But, it's ultimately, I think that I want to aim for 1 or 2 goals a month. Ideally, right? Because that's easy to do. Like, week to week, it's easy to aim for 1 goal. And it's like, people don't think so, but what's a goal, right? A goal is whatever you choose it to be. So, I think that it doesn't matter what it is. If it's something that you really wanted to do and you completed it, it counts. And it helps towards bettering you, right? So, regardless of what it is, right? I think that you should apply maybe like 1 or 2 short-term goals per 2 weeks per month, and you'll 100% be able to complete it. It's hard to complete 10 things, but it's easy to complete 1. So I really think it comes down to just you completing a couple of things and just sticking to those couple of things for the month, because then you'll see the most progress that way, at least for me, right? That's another thing I need to work on. Like, I keep saying these things to people like they should listen to me, but that's not how I mean it. It's just the way I talk. I was just genuinely saying it from like my point of view, you know? I also struggle with these same struggles, but I'm learning, right? And that's what I feel like is the main thing, right? Also, I say like and you know and write way too much. Like, I was watching over that last YouTube video and it was just, wow. I was not lying about having to work on my vocabulary. Just the way I speak and just the way I talk is just not. I mean, like, I can fix the way I talk, especially when I'm talking to adults, and like, it's a little bit different when I feel like I'm comfortable, right? I'm also selling these pair of shoes today. They're the military black 4s. I'll pull them off for you really quick, I'm stuck in traffic. Brand spanking new, bro. I haven't worn them once. Smell phenomenal. I already sold them on StockX. I just have to drop them off to the UPS store on my lunch. Make some money, you know? Because I realized that the main reason why I'm selling these shoes is not because I don't want them. Man, I had to like sit and like cry about it for me to finally be okay with the fact, you know what, we're gonna sell this one. I really like these shoes, man. And I got them on retail. Like, I got them when they dropped. I won the raffle for the sneakers app. And I love the color. 4s are just like my favorite Jordans. There's no benefit of me having these right now. You know? I just realized that like, these shoes, I don't even wear them. They're brand new. I'm scared to wear them, right? And it's because of the fact I'm scared to mess them up. Shoes are meant to be messed up, right? And it's only when you spend a certain amount of money on shoes and you don't want to spend that amount of money again anytime soon, you start to be a little bit like, okay, I don't want to fuck these up, you know? I feel like I don't need this right now because I don't have all the money in the world to be enjoying stuff like this right now. I want to be at a point where I have enough money to be able to enjoy stuff like this without having to feel like, oh, I'm gonna fuck these shoes up or I'm gonna screw up this sweater. I want to be able to just wear stuff and just not care, you know? Because I'm making enough money to enjoy and to pay for it. Sounds kind of shallow, but I don't know. I think it means a little bit more than that to me. I think it's just a matter of being successful and knowing that you're in a place that you can afford the things that you want to afford. You know, not that I can't afford this right now, but there's other things, smarter things that I could be spending my money on, right? So that's that. But I'm gonna get to work in like 5 minutes, so I'm probably just gonna end off this video right here. Yeah, honestly, it was nice talking to you guys. Peace.
I don't wanna see you cry. You don't have to feel this emptiness. She said I love you till the day that I